All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've been watching a lot of Toolbox tour videos on YouTube and stuff, and really enjoy watching them and seeing what everyone's got in their box and what they're working with and what they do for a living. So I figured I'd do my own quick. 21, almost 22 years old now. I've been in automotive for probably about 3 years. Part-time, started at just a small retail store doing oil changes, basic stuff like that. Then I got into a Chevy dealership. I was a lube tech there for about 6 months and decided I didn't want to continue with automotive. So I found a shop close to my house, and it's an equipment forklift and equipment service. So basically do a lot of service on forklifts for customers, and we used to do the aerial equipment and scissor lifts, boom lifts, and stuff like that, but got out of that part of the business. And so I've been here for about 5 months. You can see I got the Snap-on box, and no, I'm not in debt. I don't owe anything on it. Of course, after work, gotta have a beer after our day of work. At least that's what I tell myself. But no, so been here for about 5 months. And I bought this box actually when I was at the Chevy dealership. Had I known I've been working here, I probably wouldn't have bought this box yet, just because of the size and price. I mean, I got a pretty screaming deal on it. It was about 55% off retail when I got it. I made payments for a while and then just ended up paying it off to not Snap-on credit. I'll get into that maybe in a different video, but it's a very, very high interest, and I didn't want to have the entirety of the loan. I'd be paying retail price with the high interest rate that they have. So enough rambling. Let's get into the box. This is a Master Series. It's got the power drawer, speed drawer. I'll get into that there. So what I was saying is, why I wouldn't have probably bought this box is here we move around a lot around the shop. We have lifts and stuff everywhere. I'm not going to show too much, but we go back and forth depending where the lifts are and stuff, and moving around the lifts and stuff like that. So where my box is, this is somewhat my station here, doing brakes and a whole bunch of work regulator and some coolant, cooling system replacements and stuff like that on here. Working on brake job and stuff too. So anyways, but I still move around a lot. So I have my Harbor Freight cart, which I'm going to show too in this video, or another video after this. So I probably would have waited on that, and then I would have bought like a tool cart like my coworker has with a slide top. Probably would have gotten like a 40-inch, which I'll eventually get, just once I get my tool build down a little bit. Then I'll probably eventually, once I for sure grow out of my Harbor Freight one, I'll be looking at something like that, probably to match this. But I decided I'll try and sell it, but I'm just like, nah, I'll just keep it, and it'll last me my whole career, and it'll just be my overflow box. So as you can see, I mean, it's pretty unorganized, both of them are, so apologize, but I've been moving everything kind of out of here that I don't use on a daily basis, or that I use on a daily basis, putting in my cart. Stuff I don't use on a daily basis or very often, I'll keep in here. So things, 1/2-inch breaker bar, 36-inch pry bar, a couple other smaller pry bars. I recently just bought this set. Actually had a good promo on that. Buy the 4-pack and get the 36-inch free. This is one of the things I bought when I started out. This is a great kit. That's the 1/4-inch. You get the metric and standard shallow and deeps, a ratchet, and I think a bit driver or something. I got my Mac tools. Mac doesn't come to the shop anymore, so I haven't bought a decent amount of Mac and Matco and Snap-on when I was at the Chevy dealership, but Mac doesn't come here, unfortunately, so I've been buying a lot of Matco and Snap-on stuff. Haven't had any complaints. I just picked this set up today from the Snap-on truck. He had a deal on this, about $100 off, and I've been using my coworkers a lot too. So thing I've been finding here, I'm very fortunate that he'll give me tips and stuff of what to buy, what not to buy, as he's been in it a lot longer than me. He's made the mistake on buying stuff he thought he needs and turned out to be kind of a waste of money. But this is a great set. It's an 87 piece set. I'm sure people have probably seen it before, but it's most hexes and torque bits that you inverted torques and stuff you'll use. Don't use a whole lot of the e-torques and torque bits and stuff on forklifts, but mainly the hexes and stuff are great to just put on a ratchet, or you know, electric cordless ratchet or whatever. Save a lot of time that way. I'm hourly here, but still you want to get the job done, you know, as quickly as you can, efficiently as you can. So I've been using his set a lot, and I was going to buy this at the Chevy dealership, but put it off until now, and he had a sale on it, so I said screw it, well, might as well. So yeah, it's got the 3 extra long drawers, which I wanted and really liked. So I don't have a lot of tools in here. This is, like I said, right now is my overflow, and I've been changing things up and stuff in it, so this is stuff I really never use. These are wrenches that I brought with me from the Chevy dealership and stuff that I had at my house that were kind of just to get me by and stuff. They're just Craftsman straight ratcheting. Sometimes these are actually nice to have. The ratcheting isn't as, the teeth aren't as fine as like a Snap-on or Matco, you know, a higher brand. But having the straight, you know, the 0 degree or whatever is nice in certain applications. Since the head on the Blue Point ones that I have are pretty thick. Sometimes you can't get in where you want to. And then this is a cheap set of crow's feet I got from my coworker when he bought a new set. Here's my, oh, that just scared the hell out of me. We got a truck in here and ice is falling off it and stuff, parking it in here. This is my overflow power drawer. This is just a cheap Sawzall I got from a buddy of mine. Have some air ratchets. I've actually never used these. I never had a need for them. It's just ones I got from my grandpa that he no longer needed. Cutoff wheel, half-inch impact, pneumatic impact, which I've never used once here because I use my Milwaukee cordless. Just don't really have a need, I guess, for, or have a use yet for this. I use it all the time at Chevy dealership, obviously, with tire rotations and stuff, but never had to here, so I might just eventually trade that in someday, or take it at home, or just leave it here because, you know, when you do need it and you're getting rid of it, then you wish you just would have kept it. My Blue Point die grinder. I do need to get a straight, but I only have the 90 right now. This is part of the big cordless kit I got. I use this quite a bit because it was one of the only flashlights I had at Chevy dealership, but now I have other ones, so I never really use that anymore. My Milwaukee impact driver. Use that from time to time. I have a Snap-on one too, so I keep that in my cart, but Milwaukee's honestly better. Well, I have the normal bit driver Snap-on one, and this is the impact driver, so got both. And then my cordless Milwaukee drill bits. And then this actually I just picked up a couple weeks ago, actually off the Matco truck. I went on there and saw a Snap-on box. I was like, what is that doing on here? Turns out a guy won it, and they didn't want to, he couldn't exchange it or something on the Snap-on truck, so he had the Matco guy gave him some tool credit for him and sold it for him. So I picked this thing up for $250, and don't use air hammers around here a whole lot. And you know, my coworker told me to buy a cheap one unless you get a good deal, and that's about half price. It didn't come with any of the bits, obviously, you know, the attachments and stuff for it, but still $250 for a brand new Snap-on air hammer. I mean, that was a deal I couldn't pass up. You know, what do you want for it? And he told me, and I was like, oh, I'll take it. So I had my eye on one for a while. This is a messy drawer, but this is my this is the power drawer. It's really nice to have. I just plug my whole box into the wall right there, and got my different chargers from Milwaukee and I Snap-on stuff. I only have one charger, and then just a whole bunch of miscellaneous cords, phone cord, and this flashlight I actually found on the bottom of a truck and still worked. Now I don't think it really does, but I got my Matco floodlight. It's got 2 different settings, very bright as you can see. 2 different settings, and then actually you can hold it and it dims. So that's very nice. That's probably my secondary light. This is, well, it's kind of taking over for this one, but this used to be my primary. It's got the fold up and then the flashlight, but I need to get a hold of the mini ones that my coworker actually bought 3 of them. This is just another overflow drawer. I keep all my paperwork and receipts in here from the tools and everything like that, and just miscellaneous paperwork. This is the speed drawer. It just has a bunch of random things in it, just different connectors in case we need to rewire a connector or something. So you got spares of those, always good to keep. This is for electric forklifts, to plug into the battery system, or the battery. This is just a LP adapter for the LP tanks, and then just miscellaneous, a couple radiator caps, just to keep a couple decent ones that are in decent shape. You never know when you're in a pinch and you got a radiator leaking out the cap or something, you need a cap, and just hold on to one. Doesn't take up a whole lot of room. Miscellaneous bolts and plugs and caps and stuff like that for plugging off hydraulic hoses and stuff like that. Some miscellaneous hose clamps that I kept that were just in decent shape in case I wanted to use a used one or something on one of our lifts. Since we do have a bunch of our own forklifts here and stuff like that, we work on our own, and if we can use used parts off other ones, it's a lot cheaper and easier to do it that way than ordering new. Excuse me, I'm really thirsty. So this is just old screwdrivers. I'll show you in the next video of my cart and everything. I replaced kind of these sets of screwdrivers with some better ones. Picked these up not too long ago. Good file set. He had these on sale, so I said, yeah, I need some files. Don't use them a whole lot, but they're nice to have. And then I also picked this up recently too. My coworkers got the snap-on ones, but these were honestly quite a bit difference in price, cheaper wise. They're lifetime warranty too, as far as I know. So some O-rings or seal picks, miscellaneous. This is actually pretty cool. My grandfather gave me this. Let me set my phone down here for a second. So it's a telescoping, it's a magnet, and it's also a flashlight. So if you drop a bolt or something down in somewhere, you have your light where you can see where the bolt is, and the magnet right on the end of it to pick it up. Now granted, the light isn't the greatest, and the magnet could definitely be better. But I definitely think that this is a tool that I should recommend, to Snap-on always comes out with those promotion. You recommend a tool. If they do it, you get a certain amount of credit. So no one steal my idea, but that's actually kind of cool. I use that once in a while. Miscellaneous torque sticks and stuff from the dealership. Some picks I really never use. Just random stuff. A little lighter. Some extra blades for my razors and stuff like that. Pliers drawer. This is all just miscellaneous pliers I never use. This is a big Mac set that I bought. A couple miscellaneous cutters and stuff. Just like I said, this is all stuff that I don't use on a daily basis, but I have and use every now and then. I actually just picked this up today too. He had these on sale as well. Snap ring pliers. Don't use these a whole lot, but it seemed recently I've been needing them a lot, and I don't like using other people's things. So if I use it a couple times, I'll just buy it myself, and he actually had them on sale today too. So I picked that up with that 87-piece set I showed in the first drawer. And then this is just extra hammers. These are the Mac tools, which is actually just Proto rebranded. But I got the 32, 40, and 48-piece set. I just need to get the I think it's 8, 16, 20, and 24 or something like that. Yeah. Some Harbor Freight punches and chisels and set that I had when I kind of first started. I bought this 6-piece set off Matco truck at the dealership because I didn't need a whole lot of punches and chisels at the time. Here's an extractor set that I bought. I've used it a couple times. Thankfully, I guess you don't really want to use this, but it's nice to have. So miscellaneous brushes and stuff like that. So just a bunch of kind of random stuff. I picked this up yesterday too. Sounds like I buy a whole lot of shit. I try not to, but there's things that I need, especially when I'm young, and I'd rather get the bills over with now, and then I get most of the bigger things I need now out of the way. So I picked up these test leads. It was about $37 or something for it, 30-foot test leads. Here's my mag torch. Use that every now and then when we don't need the big torch. Here's a amp clamp that I found in the dumpster of Fleet Farm when I worked there. Here's a old impact socket set I got from my grandfather when I first started. SAE tap and die set. I haven't used this yet because I honestly didn't know that it was SAE, so I only bought the SAE one. Use metric a lot more, so I'll need to buy that master set or something from one of the trucks probably eventually, but it's pretty pricey, so I've been holding off on that for now. I don't use it a whole lot, fortunately. And then here is my Matco cooling system tester, pressure tester. So yeah, that's about it. Give you another shot of the box. Kind of messy on top, but I'm not over here a whole lot. So like I said, this is all the stuff that I don't primarily use, but you can see all the boxes of tools and stuff I bought in the past. So this video is getting pretty long. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to move on to my cart and kind of show you what I use on a day-to-day basis fixing forklifts. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.